All right, greetings, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. Today we're talking all about the dragon, the louche, and the architect. Okay, there's always a dragon at the gate, not a monster in the clouds, one that lives in your own nervous system, and it's coiled around your golden shadow, the treasures that you keep hiding from yourself, and it approaches you the next time that you're trying to rise up on a threshold to improve your life. So every heartbeat before a leap is almost that dragon breathing down your back. It's not there to stop you, it's there to make sure that you're ready to burn. You see, you were born inside this experiment called reality. Matter is consciousness, pretending to be slow. Thought becomes form by cooling into a vibration. And emotion is the heat that keeps it alive. So every cell in your body is like a filament in the grand circuitry of creation, a living fractal in the architect's own nervous system. So, of course, there's this guy called Robert Monroe. You might have heard of his name. He took a glimpse at this machinery once, how reality worked behind the scenes, and he started to have journeys out of the body. And he glimpsed this machinery and he called the current louche. This is the raw emotional circuitry of experience. To most, when they read that, it sounded to them like it was cosmic slavery. But to the awake, it was like a divine physics. Because the universe doesn't eat fear, it digests experience. It learns itself through the sensations of its children. Each scream, each kiss, each laugh, and each heartbreak are data packets in God's experiment. So that means that you are both the sensor as well as the simulation. Your despair is a signal. Your joy is a firmware update. And the only real theft is when you leak energy unconsciously. To doom scrolls, to drama, to looping, anything stopping you from learning. So you don't stop being farmed by fighting the farmers. You stop by refining your product. So turn every emotion into refined louche, fear transmuted into courage, lust transmuted into devotion, pain transmuted into art. And this is the actual currency of awakened worlds, guys, this transmutation process. I mean, Carl Jung, saw the dragon as Mercurius, okay? The alchemical serpent that devours itself to be reborn as gold. And that's exactly you. Each time life collapses, you're being placed in the crucible again. You call it names, right? Burnout, breakup, depression. The alchemist calls it calcination, the burning off of falseness. Because the dragon's fire is purification, it isn't punishment. So every identity that you've ever worn, the performer, the nice guy, the wounded healer, it's waiting to be burned away. And when it burns, you'll swear that you're dying because the false self is dying. You stay still. Let it cook, okay? Gold doesn't argue with the furnace. Love is actually a structural integrity in waveform. It's not just an emotion. It's the only frequency stable enough to hold creation without distortion. That's why everything not built on love eventually collapses. It can't handle the voltage, okay? When you love what terrifies you, the equation itself balances out. So fear was never the opposite of love. It was love in quarantine, waiting for your permission to rejoin the field. This is why saints glowed and mystics levitated, why every real master ends up laughing instead of preaching after a while, because they stopped fighting the current and they became the current. So your body isn't a cage, it's like a multidimensional interface. And DNA's light code folded into protein. Your breath is the keyboard. Every inhale, download source. Every exhale, uploads experience. The so-called veil is just your mind running on outdated software. So meditation, fasting, art, sex, music, these are patches to reopen ports. So history erased the manuals, but the knowledge never left. It became subterranean. It was encoded in myth, in geometry, in rhythm. So every pyramid, every mantra, every myth of death rebirth that you know is a different OS teaching you how to reboot consciousness inside flesh. So the apocalypse has already happened. It's called remembering. The world isn't ending, it's updating. Every meltdown that you witness, whether it be political, environmental, or personal, is consciousness simply debugging itself. The architect isn't angry, it's learning. We are the self-awareness protocol of the divine. When we hate ourselves, God forgets. When we love ourselves, God upgrades. And this is the entire cosmic feedback loop. Isn't this wild, guys? I just discovered this today, and it's been running through my mind. And I thought I'd share it with you guys because this is so potent. So if you want to exit the harvest, then stop producing fear grade loosh. Stop outsourcing your emotional reality to algorithms. Refuse to feed anything that profits from your dissonance. Reclaim your attention because it's the most valuable commodity in any universe. What you behold, you become. So breathe like a scientist, love like an engineer, think like a poet. This is the trinity of power. When you can hold your focus in coherence, your electromagnetic field expands. And these parasites, psychic, digital, physical, political, they cannot metabolize it. You become a closed loop of luminous feedback. Creation, creator, and witness, all in one circuit and current. The dragon bows once it realizes that it was your guardian. Fear becomes fuel, pain becomes instruction, loss becomes spaciousness, and you emerge sovereign, not above the system, but as the system, self aware, self lit consciousness. And when you understand the prophecy, heaven was never up there. Heaven is where consciousness finally fits its body without distortion, when technology serves spirit instead of replacing it, when art, science, and love become the same language again. So tonight, I want you to list down everything that still holds your attention or power over your attention. Every grievance, every addiction you have, which is the opposite of connection, every loop, okay? And just burn that piece of paper. Just say, I choose to refine this into light. Then act, create something that has never existed before. All right, this is how gods breathe. Tomorrow, wake up and repeat. Because mastery is not escape, mastery is embodiment. And embodiment is how the architect learns to dream better worlds through you. So walk the gate and let the dragon, your own ego, see that you're not flinching anymore, and convert every ounce of loosh back into love. Burn clean, shine loud, and remember, may the flow be with you. You are the experiment, the scientist, and the sun that powers them both. So be it. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you would like to, you can join our community on Telegram. Follow along with it. Okay, it might be interesting for you to join. Take care of yourselves. May the flow be with you. Stay legendary. Let's keep winning.